Sorry about that. Alright, that happened fast as soon as I joined.
Democrats are much less popular now than they were 4 years ago. And considering Donald Trump came within 0.5% of becoming a
I'm not that good at this game, but I like to have fun. I'm bystander, which is kind of sad. Am I eating this? Pretty sure there's a weapon or two in here. This game, to my knowledge, is just a, like, better... Did someone just die over there? Oh, that's... Abandoned building. Oof. Team war. I want good. He took my weapon. What are you doing, man? I didn't realize I was out of ammo. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff on my other account. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm hitting some dude with a pan. Oh, I couldn't get away! Just step out in front of those cars, man. It would be so funny, man. What's your username? What's your username? Nah, come here. What's your username? What's your username? What's your username, man? I heard that. What's your username, man? Yo, killer, get this guy. Get this guy. No. What? Hard R 6 times. Oh my god! Wrong dude! Kill that guy! Report the sheriff! He's the one! The sheriff is the one that said that. Hey, wait, who is it? It's the sheriff, man. That's the one who said it. Who's the sheriff? Oh my god, cleanup. Where's cleanup? Now y'all couldn't hear me. Alright. Complete your task. Clean up. Oh my god, he has a gun. Oh my god, he has a gun. Oh my god, why did you kill me, bro? You knocked the hell out of me. All I said was you had a gun. I said you had a gun and you one pumped me. You hit me for 200, man. 200. Well, the fact is, you're ugly. Who said you're Asian? Who said... Hey, back up, man.
No.
Run! Run! Oh, I hope that guy lives. My god. Please tell me the unknown guy lived. Please tell me the unknown guy lived. Oh my god, please tell me. Who was he? Was...
No.
Oh, I love your soundboard, man. I got one too. I got one too. 1 second. 1 second. Well, let me swap my thing over. Oh. Oh, please, 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 my hands are up, my hands are up, my hands are up, my hands are up. Please, please, please. Alright, where are you? Where are you? Hello? Oh my god, you can't hear me. I don't have my voice mod set up right now. We're getting cooked. We're getting cooked out there. Oh my god, she cooked us. Yeah, she camped the top of the chairs, man. You know.
No.
Oh, there he is. Let me fix my voice mod real quick. Where's my settings? Here they are. Alright, there we go. Now it should be all good.
Shut the fuck up, you Negro.
Oh, what the hell? What did I do? Hello? Is this the right headphone? What did I do, man?
Alright, I concede I'm a film boy now.
Yeah, I just got a clip of my friend conceding he's a femboy. That's really all I got. Hey, get him! Get him!
Alright, I concede I'm a film boy now. Alright, I concede I'm a film boy now. Alright, I concede I'm a film boy now.
That's the only thing I got, man. My friend conceding, bro. That's all I got. Yeah, I'll take the pan. You wanna go, man? Are you jorking it? Oh, my arm! Look at her! Look at her! Stop it! She's the killer for sure, man. Oops. I feel like this guy's gonna kill us. You also look old. I'm not gonna answer that question. Move. Oh! Kill him! Kill him! Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, 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 please, 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 no. Haha, you couldn't kill me. Nah, you just got outskilled, man. You just got outskilled. You can't do nothing to me, man. Oh, harder. How did you manage to do that? Oh. Anything outside default screen.
Alright, I concede.
Dang it. Oh, I wish I could put this down. This is so bad. I hit him with 4 headers. 4 headers. 4 headers not to die. What weapon was I using? A pea shooter? Hey, you back up now. Maybe. Nah, I'm a vigilante. Yeah, you're dying, man. You're dead. Hey, I'm good. I'm vigilante. I'm good. Okay.
Alright, I concede I'm a film boy now. Alright, I concede I'm a film.
Help me, bro. I'm fucked. RPG? What are you talking about?
Alright, I concede I'm a film boy now.
We gotta get him, soldier. Soldier, we gotta get him. to happen. LeBron James.
LeBron.
Hey, stop, come here. Discuss, come here, hey, stand still. We're gonna play Russian roulette. Alright. Now listen to me. I'm gonna load one shell. We're gonna play 3 rounds. If you win,
Volt, man, that Russian roulette, man. Volt, that was amazing Russian roulette, Volt. Like top 10 Russian roulette, or whatever you said, of all time. Roulette. It's okay, next time? What do you mean, man?
Alright, I concede I'm a film boy now.
I popped him. I know for a fact I popped him.
With the nation.
I'm giving this PC away. So far, over 200,000 of you have seen this video, and a lot of those comments are asking to get the PC. So I will give it to one of you guys. So let's call it this: 50K likes on this video. Make sure you're following, so that way I can DM you if you win. Share the video with a friend, and comment what game you would play on this PC first. And as long as you meet all that criteria, I will pick someone in 1 week. Also, I'm not done putting stuff inside this build, so check out my next post for that. Good luck, everybody. I'm giving this PC away. So far, over 200,000 of you have seen this video, and a lot of those comments are... Somehow my credit card hasn't declined yet, so we're gonna keep pushing the fucking limit. We're building a $4,000 PC. The PS5 has the memory of a goldfish.
Wow, they really got bots for that already, man.
In the morning.
Oh, you're a musician? Do I know any of your songs? There is one song. Yeah, probably. What is it? My song? Yeah, this is my fight song. Oh, I love the fight song. Wait, did you write that for Kelly Clarkson? No, I wrote it for me. Wait, and then Kelly Clarkson sang it? No, I sang it. I wrote it. I sang it. Wait, are you sure it wasn't Taylor Swift? Pretty sure. No, actually, I mean, I re-recorded it. Like, it's been 10 years, and you know how Taylor did her masters over? Like, I'm doing a Rachel's version of Fight Song. Oh, that's so sweet that Kelly Clarkson's gonna put it out again. I love that. I give up. Oh, you're a musician? Do I know any of your songs? There is one song. Yeah.
Danny, valid or invalid? A 2-hour flight is shorter than a 2-hour drive.
Valid. Great take, man. Not a lot of people know this, but a 2-hour flight is actually only around 45 minutes long. And then a 2-hour car ride clocks in right around 3 hours, believe it or not. I actually flew from LA to San Francisco the other week to go eat some chicken nuggets with Joey Chestnut, and they said on the intercom that the flight time was an hour 25 minutes, but I didn't fall for that, man. I'm almost positive that flight was like 23 minutes long.
Uppercase R feels more lowercase than lowercase R.
Okay, I'm gonna go invalid, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and send you down to the G League. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna send you over to the Shanghai Sharks. Go play for them a little bit. We'll call you back up when we feel like you're ready. But yeah, man, I just do not see it, to be honest. I mean, you look at that capital R, man. He's a sizable letter, right? I think he's the 3rd tallest capital letter in the league. I think he's like 240 pounds, man. He's a big dude. He feels like a capital letter. He encapsulates what capital letter's all about. And then you look at that lowercase R, and that guy feels lowercase, to be honest. So I just do not see it on that tape, man. I'm gonna send you over to the Shanghai Sharks. They got a great program over there, man. Great coaching staff. So get your confidence up and come on back when you feel like you're ready.
Prince feels like a 5-letter word.
Valid. Wait, does Prince have 6 letters?
Yep, indeed.
P-R-I-N-C. Yeah, wow, what a shocking discovery that is, man. Prince feels like a 5-letter word through and through. But good for Prince, man. Sneaking 6 in there on us. You know, another word that's like that is stretch. Stretch is a 7-letter word, which is absolutely freaking unbelievable. I mean, that word feels like 4 or 5 letters, and 7 is certainly a stretch. So yeah, man, that's a great take on Prince. I'm going valid. Thank you.
Danny, valid or invalid? A 2-hour flight is shorter than a 2-hour drive.
Valid. Great take, man. Not a lot of people know this, but a 2-hour flight is actually only around 45 minutes.
There's a new Final Fantasy game that came.
What I can see is just chaotic.
Well, it's not chaotic if you look at it.
So it's not chaotic. It's actually mathematically put together, and you can see it everywhere. You can see it.
We're gonna debate this guy on live. I'll cook him real quick.
So, if you look at the spiral of a galaxy, when you look at an eyeball, they have the same mathematical equation. They do spin in a spiral. The theory, and also the firm paradox. The infinite firm is the size of it. So you can see in something the size of an atom all the way up to the size of a galaxy cluster. They will sometimes form the same shapes and mathematically.
Let me prove some laws of the universe, but it doesn't mean it's fine-tuned.
So you're saying that 30 plus numbers that are exactly what they need to be aren't fine-tuned. If they were different in any way, the universe wouldn't be able to be viable for life at all.
Which numbers? You mentioned the dark matter and matter. So what else are you talking about? Is it gravity that you're gonna mention now? When you leave the app, we're gonna hear you.
Yeah, I was just doing a little bit. I was just gonna do a little bit of research. What were you asking? Was it about the gravity?
Yeah. You mentioned the 50-50 argument initially, but you said there was a couple of numbers. I'm just wondering if it's the gravity one that you're talking about. That
yeah.
if smaller or higher, that we wouldn't exist.
Yeah, gravity. There's a gravitational pull that everything has that has mass. Like the equation E equals mc squared. Mass times acceleration times has time in there as well. I forget how it goes. Mass times time has acceleration. That's what it is. So with gravity, if it's too strong, it will pull. It also affects atoms.
Do you know
Because
that gravity variates?
it variates depending on density, yes, but we're talking the
No, it varies
fundamentals.
in a lot of ways. So within the Earth, gravity is stronger in the poles than it is in the equator. Same as altitude. So everything's gonna influence it. Same thing for Earth. It's influenced by the sun's gravity and all other planets that are close to Earth. It all influences gravity and it all variates.
Yeah, I understand, but we're talking before the
Your argument of there having a small change, it's not really feasible.
It is feasible because you're talking about something that exists a couple billion years after the atoms are formed. I'm talking about during the explosion, during the Big Bang. We're talking about the gravitational pull instantly whenever the universe is created. If it's too weak, the atoms won't be able to have chemical bonds. I'm talking the actual gravitational pull of
as far as we know, those are rules that already exist within the universe. We don't need a creator to set those rules. And just to go back to that argument, if you want to insist on a creator, you're going to have to explain who created your creator.
Well, and it says that he is forever. He wasn't created.
But why can't I say the same thing about the universe and just skip that step? Because I stop at the universe and I say the universe is infinite, it always existed, it always will. All these rules that you say are fine-tuning, it's just the natural rules of the universe, and that's it. There's no extra step. But you're adding an extra step, which adds complexity to your argument, and you need to justify it.
Well, here let's justify it. Do you believe that energy can be created or destroyed?
Cannot.
It cannot.
Did you say it can or cannot?
It cannot. Can energy be created or destroyed?
I don't think so. I think it just changes form.
It just changes?
Yeah.
So it always exists?
How does God create energy if it cannot be created or destroyed?
It's his word. It's his way. What you're doing is bottling him up into human understanding.
So it doesn't make any sense that you say all of these things happen because my God that always existed because I say so, and because nothing can come from because something can come from nothing except my God. And he said the words, and stuff just appears out of nowhere. Do you see how that doesn't make a good argument?
I know it doesn't make a good argument, but
it's not logical. It's not logical. And
it's
science
is. Well, it's because whenever he spoke it into words, he created the science, and it's through his authority that he can create anything and everything he ever wanted.
But didn't you just say energy can't be created or destroyed? So how does your God create it? Do you see how?
Oh, he ain't ready for this.
Running into a contradiction. You're saying one thing, but saying, "Oh, my God is the exception of that rule, though."
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't prove it. You can't prove it.
But you're bottling him up into something that makes him not infinitely vast and infinitely strong. You're bottling him up into.
It doesn't make him logical. It doesn't make.
He created the science. If you think about it,
you're basing your argument on magic.
Oh, okay. Let's change the subject to something that's even more mind-blowing to me. And I think it's gonna stump you. All right, so complex life. That's what I want to make the subject about.
We want to discuss.
We're gonna go even before evolution. We're gonna go all the way back. So
abiogenesis.
Do what?
Abiogenesis.
So whenever atoms are created in the explosion, or the mass already exists. It's just that it took a couple billion years for it to cool down enough for them to make their bonds, chemical bonds, and all that.
So, not all the elements existed at that point. There had to be stars that had to be created, and then those had to die off, and major explosions would make new types of elements. And as those elements
formed, they weren't created.
Do what?
The stars formed, they weren't created.
So created by the universe for you. I'm just gonna stick it to simple like that. So as they're being formed and dying off, they're creating new elements. How did these elements know to come together to make a complex chemical bond like an amino acid?
No. If that's the way the universe works, if it's the natural rules of the universe, we don't need to know why it works like that. It's just the way it does.
No, we have to know. We have to
say
know.
that it works in a certain way, that it must be designed to work that way, but it's always gonna lead to the same argument of who created your God.
But you're ignoring a question at this point. You have to ask, how did these amino acids and proteins come together to form RNA? How did they know to form in these specific bonds? How did they make these complex proteins that allow them to be stripped apart and reassembled? How do these proteins come together to learn to copy one another? How does this happen? You can't just go around that question and be, oh, it's just science. You got to ask that question, man. That's what science is all about, is asking these questions.
The question, and you're being disingenuous. You're asking the question already assuming that you know that the answer is God. And sometimes we can say, we don't know.
Well, if we don't know, then we need to do more research behind it.
Exactly. But with you using God of the gaps, you won't find the need to find an answer because you think it's God.
I'm not saying we don't need to find an answer. I'm saying we do need to find an answer. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, but God of the gaps prevents that because you're assuming God.
It doesn't, because Christians...
Science doesn't assume.
Go ahead.
Science doesn't assume. Science wants to find out the truth. It wants to be proven wrong so that it can find the truth.
Yeah, science is also a faith in a way, because science is not exact. It does change over time. Some of it is inexact, and we've known for many years, but things do change. So in order to have faith into it being right, sometimes you have to have a little bit of that as well. So science can change depending on all kinds of mathematical equations messing with each other, like how ice forms. Ice forms differently in vacuums than it does in pressurized atmospheres. So we didn't know that, and we thought that ice just forms at 32 degrees or 30, whatever it is. I think it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
I have no idea. It's 0 Celsius.
Oh, you're using Celsius. Yeah, it's 0 Celsius, but it changes differently as we go into a vacuum or into pressurized areas. With pressure, you don't need to drop the temperature. It turns into what's known as, it's not hot ice. I forget what it's called, but it can form. Same thing for hydrogen. Hydrogen can form into a type of ice, but...
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. The pressure also affects ice, not just the temperature.
So we discovered that science was already there. It was created for us, or it was following the natural law, is what you're saying. Which there is natural law, I'm not denying that. But it's just mind-blowing that these atoms came to make amino acids with no error and to be able to copy themselves. The machine of a protein is what I'm saying. It's a type of machine that strips the DNA to RNA to read it in order to copy it to make new ones. Where do those external proteins come from to also be stripped and made into additional protein, like the food, like the food that the cell takes into itself to strip it down, also as other proteins. So there had to be external proteins and external amino acids for whatever it is that was mutating not mutating, it was copying itself. So there had to be a food source as well.
Hey, Steven.
Yeah.
Do you think I can make a different argument, a separate one from this one?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I think you can't really make an argument from the material universe. Ish, have you ever heard of the argument from ontology, or the ontological argument?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it comes from like Descartes, I think therefore I am, essentially, but it extrapolates from that. So, the one thing that anyone can prove, ever, is that they themselves exist as an individual. Everything else about that experience is presuppositional. I presuppose that there is an existence for me to live in. Therefore, I do exist, but I do exist in it. I can only prove that to myself, right? The only other person that you could prove it to, if you exist in a system that you did not create, which is true for everybody, it's true for you, it's true for me. I didn't create myself. I didn't create the system that I live in. It does pose the question, who created it, right? So let's say you strip everything in the universe away except you, because that's the only thing you can prove, and the universe itself. That must leave you and whatever created it, right? It's you and the creator. You're the observer of the universe. You aren't the creator. This isn't even the fullest of the argument, right? But you everything about your own existence is presuppositional. But you can prove that you exist and you alone exist. Therefore, why? What comes out of it? I can't even trust that the universe I exists in the way that I experience it. But I do trust that, right? Because I am experiencing it with other people that have similar experiences, right? But none of them also created the universe because they can't even control the system that they're in, right? So it poses a question, what is the universe and how is it created? So my presupposition, right, that's what the entire point of the argument, is that God created it. Well, what is God? We have to define that. So, like, that's my question to you. If God does not exist, what even is God? What's your answer to that? Like, we have to agree on what God is in order to argue about whether or not God exists. Because the fact that you even have an idea of what God possibly is proof that God exists at all in any capacity, right? The fact that you can even think that there is or is not a God proves, at the bare minimum, that any form of God exists. So what is God? We have to agree on that, whatever it is, so that we can have a fruitful argument.
Yeah, this is gonna dabble into philosophy, and philosophy is not gonna prove anything. So I'm not gonna go there.
So you have basically you're saying you have no refutation. Philosophy doesn't disprove anything, or prove it, but it is important to think about things in philosophy because we're philosophical beings.
If you want to talk philosophy, I'm pretty sure you can find a different life that's gonna discuss that.
But no, what's your answer though? You don't have an answer. Is my point. What created to you? What created you?
I'm not gonna go down that route. And
what created the?
You should learn boundaries. I'm not gonna discuss philosophy. It doesn't prove anything. You said it yourself. So with someone about the ontological argument, I have someone that can talk to you about that, but it's not gonna be me. I don't do philosophy. It's not about running or whatever.
It very obviously is.
If, say, you do create a country, you create those laws of that country, right? So you could change those laws at any time if you're running the entire structure of that country. So, therefore, if God wanted to create a country as in the universe, he would make those laws. And
yeah, but where does God come from? That's the thing you're not proving.
He said it himself. He was not created. God not made.
So I say the same thing about the universe. Where does God fit into that? If the universe was not created, we don't need your God.
It was created, and that's
no,
the
it
thing.
Wasn't. No, it wasn't. Can you prove it was?
The Big Bang?
The Big Bang is not the creation of the universe. Do you know what the Big Bang is?
It's whenever mass was into a dense one singular point, and it exploded. But we cannot see past that.
It didn't explode.
It essentially
Explosion
did.
in space. The Big Bang, it's space itself expanding from an extremely hot, dense state. It doesn't talk about any explosions. And the Big Bang, it's still ongoing. The universe is still expanding, and we can see the Big Bang. We can measure it.
Yeah, but we can't see the exact point that it was created. We got down to the seconds.
Exactly, exactly, because space itself is expanding. Do you understand that space itself, the center that you call it, the center, is expanding. So in a way, the center is everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah, space is actually expanding in multiple different directions now because the proof of dark matter, we don't know what it is.
Always.
Yeah, I understand that. But so this matter just existed beforehand? What was the state of that matter beforehand? Did it just sit there?
We don't know, Stephen. We cannot see before that.
But also, you love the theory that matter cannot be created or destroyed. So what created the matter?
The matter always existed. It was not created.
But that breaks that law. Matter cannot be created or destroyed.
How does it break that law? If it always existed, it was never created or destroyed.
So we're running on a theory that maybe it just always existed. Now you're running off of faith. You have faith that it always existed. There's no scientific proof that it existed.
The thing is, Stephen, we don't know. You're asking questions that no one knows.
Yes.
You see how that's disingenuous? We don't know. We can't see before the Big Bang. We don't know what happened. As far as we know, and all evidence points to a cyclical universe, an infinite cyclical universe. And if that's the case, it's infinite, meaning it didn't start and it will not end. But we don't know what came before that. We don't know. No one knows. And so anyone that claims to know is lying, including the religious people that claim it was God.
Well, so you don't know how the matter was created. Maybe it just always existed. You're running off of faith.
No, I'm not running off of faith. I'm saying I don't know. That's not faith.
Well, you do have faith that it always existed. That's what you said. But anyways, there's also the point to where how did these amino acids and proteins form? We don't know. How did it form a structure into RNA? And when
because we don't know, it doesn't mean God. That's God of the gaps. We've been through this already.
Yes, I understand. But these are all the questions that you just don't know. And it just kind of points towards something that is created.
It just points to something that we don't know yet. You're just assuming God and then looking around and saying God created this. But if you do it the other way around, if you look around, you don't assume God created all this. I'm bored. It doesn't seem like you have an argument anymore. Kate, I see you in the guest request. I'm not gonna discuss philosophy. Hello?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that is wild that you think that way. When God is literally in our DNA, I can't really get too much of this, but
how old are you?
You did not have to mute me. I was literally talking, gang. But if you search it up, if you 18.
What year were you born? Oh, I muted you by mistake. What year were you born?
If I'm 18, what you think? 2007.
Okay, just clarifying. What do you want to share?
Bro, I was just saying it, but you muted me because of my age. What my age got to do with what I got to say to you?
First of all,
listen, let me cook.
No, I'm not. You already ruined it. The first question that I ask everyone is, how old are you? I need to verify that for TikTok. It's not for me, it's for TikTok. And it does say on the screen 18 plus. So if you're not 18 plus, don't request.
Hello?
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 How old are you?
I'm 18.
like to share?
Okay, I want to ask you, why do you think God isn't real?
Because we have no proof. Why do you think God is real?
Because we do have proof.
Oh, we do. Can you...
It's in the Holy Scripture.
clarify that?
Yes, it's in the Holy Scripture.
Do you mean the Bible?
Yes.
The Bible is a claim. It's not proof.
No, it's definitely proof. I mean, it goes
No.
back towards way back before our time. Also, there is
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
multiple interactions.
It could have been... It could have been written in...
This guy's just interrupting.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. In gold, it doesn't prove anything. It's man-made. So the Bible is the claim. If you want to use the Bible, you need to prove that the Bible is real.
Okay, so in the Bible, it also talks about how many things happen. So not only does the Bible go back, into our past, it has predicted things that happen nowadays. Like, huh?
Have you read the Bible?
So, I'm 18 right now, right? And I'm trying to become a better Christian, right? So, I am in the middle of reading it. I'm trying to understand it, and I'm just here, and I want to be a better Christian. And so, in order for me to be a better Christian, I need to spread the gospel.
Did you start in the first page?
Huh?
Did you start in the first page?
Yes.
Okay, just clarifying that. So, how many times does God mention unicorns in the Bible?
He doesn't.
Oh, he does. 9 times. How many times does God mention dragons?
I guess I haven't seen that.
Yeah. People living to 900 years?
And where, hold on, I want to ask, where are these in the book?
Well, you should read it. It's in there.
Well, like I said, I'm in the middle of reading it.
Do you want me to look it up? I can look it up.
If you don't mind.
Let's start with unicorns, because they're cute as fuck. God brought them out of Egypt and Eath, as it were the strength of a unicorn. Job 3:9 to 10. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by the crib? And there's a bunch more. But yeah, it mentions it 9 times in the Bible.
Okay. And you said job?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I haven't gotten there yet. That sounds very interesting. I just haven't gotten there yet, but, anyways, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have an argue. I just wanted to get on here and say that, I believe in God and I want everybody else to, because that's what my religion says. See? My religion wants me to spread the gospel.
To go out and preach, but before you do that, you need to read it. And
No, I'm aware of that, yes, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get out there. I'm reading the Bible as we speak right now. It's just, I'm a slow reader. I try to take my time with it.
It's just one book. It's just one book. And God tells you, just read what it says. You don't need to think about if it's literal or metaphorical. Just read the words, and they mean what they say. It's that simple. And it's just one book. So you can do that in like a week.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my advice to you. Thank you for coming up. We had a nice chat.
Oh, I'd love to talk to this guy. I'd love to.
See you.
Hey, darling. I didn't see that you brought me up. I'm just watching the baby show. I'm like, whoa.
I saw you in the guest request, so I brought you up.
Okay. It's like, oh shit. I'm lurking. If anybody gets ridiculous.
Thank you. If there's anyone here. DJ?
Hello.
Hello, how old are you?
I'm actually 19.
Okay. What would you like to share?
What? I'd like to share of God exist. My pick is calling me. Hold on. You have to wait for me.
You can request up if you want. Again.
Did he say God was calling him?
Yeah, someone was calling him, I don't know.
But he said God was. I was like, what was that?
Steven,
Yes.
you were here before?
Yeah, I was. I was just wanting to jump in real quick, and then I gotta go. Okay. So it was Job, and it says like a unicorn. It's not actually describing a unicorn. It's something that's unique. So there's also the term dragon, which often indicates serpent or snake, like Satan or something like that. So you just have to put that into context.
Steven, what did I just say? God tells you, Deuteronomy 12:32. See that you do all that I command you. Do not add or take away from it. So, when it says dragon, it means dragon. It doesn't mean serpent. It doesn't mean squirrel. It doesn't mean whatever you want it. It's a dragon. Don't add or take away from it. That's a sin.
It's not a sin. You're talking in the Old Testament, right? So Deuteronomy is the Old Testament. There were 600 or so laws created by the Jewish community known as the Torah. Jesus came down and changed that. Some of it was
No, he didn't change it. What did he say? He came to fulfill the law, not to abolish.
And not a jot or a tittle of the law shall change until heaven and earth are no more.
Yeah, you're
Quote it correctly.
He's talking about the Ten Commandment laws.
No, he's not. He's talking about the Levitical laws. All 613 of them.
Those were no longer necessary
No,
at
they were
all.
not. He says, not a jot or a tittle of the old law shall fall away until heaven and earth are no more. Once again, do not add or take out of Scripture. It's
So you
there
guys are
for a
going-
reason.
You guys are going just off of Torah.
It's their fucking book.
Okay,
Why is this girl crashing out already?
Don't cuss. It's fine.
I can cuss as much as I want. Do not tongue police me. Stick to the Scripture. Jesus
Guy is
says,
getting pissed
"Not a
off for
jot
fucking
or a tittle
what?
of the law shall pass away." In fact, he was adamant. He didn't think the laws were strict enough. He wanted you to stone disobedient children. So don't do this,
No, he didn't.
kumbaya, Jesus is all sweet and mellow. No.
He didn't want to stone anybody. Where in the Bible does it say that?
Why do you think he was coming after the Pharisees? Because they weren't being strict enough.
No, he said opposite. They
No,
had these
no,
laws
he
that
didn't.
were.
No, he did not.
Okay, where does it say?
Go in your book, boy.
I've read
Read shit.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Read
Those
your
are,
shit.
That's
what Matthew Mark.
okay. I'm gonna say this cussing is immature. All right, stick
At
to
what
having a
Jesus
simple
said.
debate.
Look at what Jesus said. I don't care what Paul said. Paul never met Jesus.
Yes,
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John never met Jesus.
yes. Okay, you're
They
right.
are not
Two
the
of those
disciples.
people.
They are not the apostles. They never met Jesus. In fact, two of the stories contradict each other. The birth story contradicts each
Right
other.
next to
And two
Jesus.
of them.
You are wrong about two of the people. Yeah, two of the people didn't meet Jesus. Luke never met Jesus. But
And their
Matthew did.
stories contradict each other.
The stories don't contradict each other.
Yes, they do. The birth stories contradict each other.
What? Where the Jews
Oh
wanted
my
to be born?
God! Why do you people not fucking read your shit?
No, I'm about to go into this discussion. Let's stick to this one topic. All right, where did the Jews say that their Messiah was going to be born?
They didn't. That's the thing.
Yes,
He
they did.
didn't say where it was born. Stop inserting Jesus into spots where he's not. Jesus is nowhere mentioned.
I didn't say Jesus. I said Messiah.
And why do you think the Jewish people did not accept, quote unquote, Yeshua as their Messiah? Because he didn't fulfill any of the prophecies.
He filled all 351
No, he
prophecies.
didn't.
No,
Not near one. Even the so-called birth, because I know you're going to bring up Isaiah.
It has nothing to do with it. In that story, the woman is already fucking pregnant. Oh my god, you people make me sick with your lack of intelligence on your scripture. You're ridiculous.
Yeah, you need to read the whole Bible, Stephen. Don't just cherry pick the New Testament.
I got the Old Testament and New Testament. I got the Book of Enoch. I got more than the 66 book version. So, yeah, I am reading it all, but it still doesn't. He did. If you look at Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, it goes through what he did. It tells you what he was doing. And there's also some scripture that I have on my phone that shows that he was fulfilling the prophecies. He does show up in all previous. The Messiah shows up in the Old Testament in every single book. He is a character in each book that you can find. And once he was born, he fulfilled 351 of them, and it tells you
No, he didn't fulfill any laws.
It shows you. Well, you can say no, but here's the thing. I'm about to leave here in a second. I gotta
Please
go,
do. You're not making any good arguments.
It shows you where in the book that he fulfilled it, what he did, and who wrote it down. So you got Matthew and John. Those two are the ones that were there. Those two actually seen what was going on.
Yeah, no one met Jesus.
There were thousands of people that met Jesus.
Name one.
Matthew, John.
You never met them. They don't even know who Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are. So try again. Go back and read your book and then come back after you've read it.
They know where they're buried.
No, they don't. You're so full of shit. I don't know who is telling you this bullshit BS. God, you people are ignorant.
The Romans killed them. They have their bones.
That's church lore. Romans have no documentation of this. Try again. The Romans have
They do have the
extremely good documentation. They love writing things down.
Jesus' death. They do because
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Move on.
They have the Pilate stone.
No, they don't. Pilot Stone doesn't tell you jack shit. Try again.
Okay. You guys have a blessed day. I'll talk to you guys.
May Satan take an active interest in your life from here on.
Let's see, who's next?
Please beat me. I've been waiting for 35 minutes.
Cooper? Oh, he left.
I've been waiting 35 minutes, please. God damn it. Please, Zach. Please don't make a good argument.
Zach? Hey, what's up? Hey, how old are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Your connection is...
Can you hear me?
Just showing... Yeah, I think your connection is not that good. It's...
Hello. Hello. How's everyone doing today?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 18, 2007.
What would you like to share?
So I just want to clarify before we get into anything. Will this be a good faith, respectful conversation?
It depends. If you're gonna talk bullshit, we're gonna talk over.
Oh, I'm never gonna talk bullshit. But I've been watching live for about 45 minutes now. And I want to address a couple of things before I get into like what I want to talk about. If that's fine with you.
Sure, go ahead.
So I want to address something first to I apologize, but I don't understand how to pronounce your name. To the ma'am, the girl in the bottom left corner or bottom right corner. What? Sekhmet. I'm so sorry in the future if I get that wrong. Sekhmet, I want to address what you said about they weren't being strict enough. Read your shit. That specific point. Are you here?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Previously, she said to a previous guest, I don't remember their name, they weren't being strict enough. Read your shit. That was basically the dialogue that was going on. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because he hasn't read the Bible.
Yeah. Are you here, Sekhmet?
She's on mute, so
All right, so
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm playing with my grandchild. I can do two things at one time.
all right, so I just want to keep it respectful again. I don't want to disrespect you. But basically, when you're in an argument, and you're discussing with something, and you make a claim like they weren't being strict enough, or they didn't have enough restrictions, or anything like that, that is called a positive claim. And saying, well, no, you read your shit, you go do this, is something called shifting the burden. Basically, you're telling them to go get evidence of your claim instead of you proving your claim yourself. That's all.
What you do not need is a dissertation on how to discuss. If you have a problem with how the conversation was held, that's your issue. This is their text. And if they're going to get up in the box and claim to know their text, they should know their text. The host brought up the fact that there are unicorns. Did this person know that there were unicorns? Absolutely not. Why? Because they didn't read their text.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm going to sit here and spoon feed somebody's shit. If they don't know their shit, then they should not get up in the box.
So I agree with you that if they don't know their shit, they shouldn't get up in their box. But the guest seemingly knew at least a little bit about the stuff, but just didn't have it.
A little.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I was just trying to talk there. So the person seemed to know a little bit about their stuff, just didn't have this stuff fully memorized. And I'm sure nobody in this live has the entire. Sorry, what?
Can I just interject there? I totally understand where you're coming from and your point, but I think we should just move on and not focus on that.
Yeah, I sure. I have a couple.
And give any proof for God, so we can actually have a discussion instead of just going over what happened with the other guest.
Well, I just want to discuss some of the arguments, but sure, I can give like some evidence, or sorry, explain some evidence for God, but it's going to begin with a form of argumentation. Is that fine with you?
What does that mean?
I'm not going to go directly to, this is your proof of God. I'm going to be like, okay, so there's this, and this is how it's proof of God.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so firstly, we agree definitions are defined by society. Yeah, so society defines proof and evidence to be similar, or not similar, the exact same thing. The reason why we know this to be true is because Oxford Dictionary, which marks down what we...
Based on a dictionary, we know that evidence and proof are not the same thing.
Okay,
so if you're going to focus on that, we're not going to have a discussion.
So, Ish, I apologize. I was just trying to finish what I was saying. I'm not trying to disrespect you here. I'm just trying to finish what I'm saying.
You don't need to keep saying that. We're just having a discussion. You don't need to keep mentioning disrespect.
You've interrupted me. You've disrespected me by interrupting me twice.
Evidence can be anything that can support or challenge a claim. It can be observations, experiences, documents, arguments, and proof is final and decisive. It demonstrates a claim that it's true. It leaves no reasonable doubt. So when you say evidence and proof are the same thing, it's not. And if you want to focus on the definition of the dictionary, we're not going to have a fruitful debate.
Yeah, so I want to continue on with what I was saying before you interrupted me, if that's fine.
Go ahead.
All right, so Oxford Dictionary, what it does is it marks down what society defines things to be, right? You agree that society is what defines things. So anything that society says to be true or says is like the definition of a word would be the definition of a word. So the definition for proof or the definition for evidence is proof or evidence. Right, so they are the same thing. And what you said before about proof just definitively proves something, that's not true. Proof can just raise the probability of something being true. Proof is used within like modal realism all the time to raise the probability or the amount of possible worlds in an instance.
What's your point?
That proof and evidence are the same.
They are not. I already clarified that before.
I gave the argument as to why it is.
It doesn't matter what society thinks. It doesn't matter what
You're contradicting yourself.
Truth doesn't care about feelings or opinions or faith. The truth is a truth.
So what you're saying is truth can't be interpreted. Are you saying that because truth can't be interpreted, but evidence can, they are different?
I don't know how to answer that.
What do you want me to clarify upon in that question?
Just get on with your point.
So, since I've already justified why society defines definitions and society defines fact to be evidence, there's something that I like to call, and society likes to call, anecdotal evidence. Right? Do you know what this is?
Yeah, I do. I've had a guest yesterday with the same argument that you're having right now.
So you understand anecdotal evidence.
Multiple times, evidence and proof is not the same thing.
I've already proven
And
it was.
doesn't matter what society thinks or what it's written in a piece of paper.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. One second. So you agree society defines definitions, but for some reason, proof is the exemption?
Let me give you an example. 1 plus 1 equals 2. But if everyone in the world believes that 1 plus 1 equals 3, it doesn't make it true.
I can explain that. So, if that were to be the case, then all one would mean is that, like, within our society, one just means one. But within their society, what we see as one would be 1.5 and not actually one itself. So, yeah, in their society, it would be true that that is the case.
No, because 1.5 is not 1.
Yeah, within their society, they define 1.5 as 1. It holds the same numerical value.
You have no argument.
I gave you the argument. So, just going to clarify this real quick. I gave you the argument as to why, like, society defines things. I gave you the argument as to why, like, proof and evidence are the same thing. You just refuse to believe that without, like, refuting it all. Without refuting it all.
You just refuse to believe that without, like, bro. Don't come back. I've told you they're not the same thing multiple times.
There's a new Final Fantasy game that came out. Correct.
Just clarifying that. So, how many times does God mention?
Once again, your scripture. The Roman.
It depends. If you're gonna talk bullshit, what would you like to share?
So I just want to clarify before we get into anything. Will this be a good faith, respectful conversation?
It depends. If you're gonna talk bullshit, we're gonna talk over.
Oh, I'm never gonna talk bullshit. But I've been watching live for about 45 minutes now. And I want to address a couple of things before I get into, like, what I want to talk about. If that's fine with you?
Sure, go ahead.
So I want to address something first to I apologize, but I don't understand how to pronounce your name. To the ma'am, the girl in the bottom left corner or bottom right corner. What? Sekhmet. I'm so sorry in the future if I get that wrong. Sekhmet, I want to address what you said about they weren't being strict enough, read your shit. That specific point. Are you here?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Previously, she said to a previous guest, I don't remember their name, they weren't being strict enough, read your shit. That was basically the dialogue that was going on. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because he hasn't read the Bible.
Yeah, are you here, Sekhmet?
She's on mute, so maybe not.
Alright, so...
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm playing with my grandchild. I can do two things at one time.
Alright, so I just want to keep it respectful again. I don't want to disrespect you. But basically, when you're in an argument, and you're discussing with something, and you make a claim like they weren't being strict enough, or they didn't have enough restrictions, or anything like that, that is called a positive claim. and saying, well, no, you read your shit, you go do this, is something called shifting the burden. Basically, you're telling them to go get evidence of your claim instead of you proving your claim yourself. That's all.
What you do not need is a dissertation on how to discuss. If you have a problem with how the conversation was held, that's your issue. This is their text. And if they're going to get up in the box and claim to know their text, they should know their text. The host brought up the fact that there are unicorns. Did this person know that there were unicorns? Absolutely not. Why? Because they didn't read their text.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm going to sit here and spoon feed somebody's shit. If they don't know their shit, then they should not get up in the box.
So I agree with you that if they don't know their shit, they shouldn't get up in their box. But the guest seemingly knew at least a little bit about the stuff, but just didn't have it.
A little.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I was trying to talk there. So the person seemed to know a little bit about their stuff, just didn't have this stuff fully memorized. And I'm sure nobody in this live has the entire. Sorry, what?
Can I just interject there? I totally understand where you're coming from and your point, but I think we should just move on and not focus on that.
Yeah, I sure. I have a couple.
And give any proof for God, so we can actually have a discussion instead of just going over what happened with the other guest.
Well, I just want to discuss some of the arguments, but sure, I can give like some evidence, or sorry, explain some evidence for God, but it's going to begin with a form of argumentation. Is that fine with you?
What does that mean?
I'm not going to go directly to, this is your proof of God. I'm going to be like, okay, so there's this, and this is how it's proof of God.
Sure, go ahead.
Alright, so firstly, we agree definitions are defined by society.
Yeah.
Yeah, so society defines proof and evidence to be similar, or not similar, the exact same thing. The reason why we know this to be true is because Oxford Dictionary, which marks down what we...
Based on a dictionary, we know that evidence and proof are not the same thing.
Okay,
so if you're going to focus on that, we're not going to have a discussion.
So, Ish, I apologize. I was just trying to finish what I was saying. I'm not trying to disrespect you here. I'm just trying to finish what I'm saying.
You don't need to keep saying that. We're just having a discussion. You don't need to keep mentioning disrespect.
You've interrupted me. You've disrespected me by interrupting me twice.
Evidence can be anything that can support or challenge a claim. It can be observations, experiences, documents, I don't know, arguments, and proof is final and decisive. It demonstrates a claim that it's true. It leaves no reasonable doubt. So when you say evidence and proof are the same thing, it's not. And if you want to focus on the definition of the dictionary, we're not going to have a fruitful debate.
Yeah, so I want to continue on with what I was saying before you interrupted me, if that's fine.
Go ahead.
Alright, so Oxford Dictionary. What it does is it marks down what society defines things to be. Right? You agree that society is what defines things. So anything that society says to be true, or says is like the definition of a word, would be the definition of a word. So the definition for proof, or the definition for evidence, is proof or evidence. Right, so they are the same thing. And what you said before about proof just definitively proves something, that's not true. Proof can just raise the probability of something being true. Proof is used within like modal realism all the time to raise the probability or the amount of possible worlds in an instance.
What's your point?
That proof and evidence are the same.
They are not. I already clarified that before.
I gave the argument as to why it is.
It doesn't matter what society thinks. It doesn't matter what
You're contradicting yourself.
Truth doesn't care about feelings or opinions or faith. The truth is a truth.
So what you're saying is truth can't be interpreted. Are you saying that because truth can't be interpreted, but evidence can, they are different?
I don't know how to answer that.
What do you want me to clarify upon in that question?
Just get on with your point.
So, since I've already justified why society defines definitions and society defines fact to be evidence, there's something that I like to call, and society likes to call, anecdotal evidence. Right? Do you know what this is?
Yeah, I do. I've had a guest yesterday with the same argument that you're having right now.
So you understand anecdotal evidence.
Multiple times, evidence and proof is not the same thing.
I've already proven it was.
Matter what society thinks or what it's written in a piece of paper.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. One second. So you agree society defines definitions, but for some reason, proof is the exemption?
Let me give you an example. 1 plus 1 equals 2. But if everyone in the world believes that 1 plus 1 equals 3, it doesn't make it true.
I can explain that. So if that were to be the case, then all one would mean is that, like, within our society, one just means one. But within their society, what we see as one would be 1.5 and not actually one itself. So yeah, in their society, it would be true that is the case.
No, because 1.5 is not 1.
Yeah, within their society, they define 1.5 as 1. It holds the same numerical value.
You have no argument.
I gave you the argument. So, just going to clarify this real quick. I gave you the argument as to why, like, society defines things. I gave you the argument as to why, like, proof and evidence are the same thing. You just refuse to believe that without, like, refuting it all. Without refuting it all.
You just refuse to believe that without bro. Don't come back. I've told you they're not the same thing multiple times.
There's a new Final Fantasy game that came out. Correct.
Alright, now it's time to get into the editing of it. You know, the lovely editing. We all love the lovely editing. But first... Dude, I can't fuck with my arms. And he took arms. Okay. And there, everybody's on legs. That's amazing. That's fucking amazing. there's a different server. That means I can find one. Yes. Yes. Finally. Go ahead and turn off my stream.